Hello everybody, I am Brittany McBee and I am acting as juror for HCA 322 Healthcare Ethics and Medical Law, case number 3. The case information that we were provided: AU Hospital, a public hospital, in response to a subpoena which was not accompanied by a court order, impermissibly disclosed the protected health information, PHI, of one of its patients, Jennifer. Contrary to the privacy rule, protections for information sought for administrative or judicial proceedings, the hospital failed to determine that reasonable efforts had been made to ensure that the individual whose PHI was being sought received notice of the request and/or failed to receive satisfactory assurance that the party seeking the information made reasonable efforts to secure a qualified protective order. I did rule in favor of the plaintiff, Jennifer. Healthcare Portability and Accountability, or HIPAA. What is HIPAA? Bastillos states protected health information encompasses the details a provider collects regarding the patient's condition, treatment, or payment that identify or have the potential to identify the patient. It is the patient's right for HIPAA and the doctor or nurse's duty. Aaron McCann of 2014 states, take 29.3 million, for instance, the number of patient health records compromised in a HIPAA data breach since 2009, or 138%. The percent jump in the number of health records breached just for 2012. This privacy rule not only applies to paper records for the patient, but it also applies to the electronic patient record information and any oral communication provided by covered entities. 90% of the time whenever you go to a medical facility, you now are doing it electronically. So HIPAA does cover that as well. Where they went wrong. The AU hospital received a subpoena that wasn't even accompanied by a court order and did not request permission from the patient whose PHI was being requested. Rachel Rubin, who is a lawyer, states, whenever a covered entity receives a subpoena to obtain PHI, the safest course of action is to require a written authorization from a patient prior to releasing any PHI, which we know previously from our assignment that it was never requested. We expect our medical practitioners to hold up to their Hippocratic oath. Whatever I see or hear in the lives of my patients, whether in connection with my professional practice or not, which ought not to be spoken of outside, I will keep secret, as considering all such things to be private. You expect your hospital to be able to follow protocol in situations like this. I know, speaking from experience, I am in the military and in the medical department of the military, and we are constantly being briefed on HIPAA and the importance behind HIPAA. We have to do CBTs or computer-based training, or we have to literally go sit and talk with our section supervisors and discuss all HIPAA protocols. It's something that should be done because it's very important. HIPAA is such an important aspect of all healthcare industries. The reason that I favored for Jennifer in this case is because I feel like the medical industry let her down in this instance. They did release her information without any kind of consent from her, saying that she was allowing her PHI to be released. It's as simple as somebody else getting your payment information or your social security information, and who knows what they'll do with it. The way things are going nowadays, it's probably not going to work out in your favor. So that is why I chose in favor of the plaintiff. Thank you for listening to my post.